From Divine's The Star of the Light, Judith Kusel, the super quantum shift. We are in the midst of a super quantum shift, and this is going to escalate into the next year or so. To me, this is ultimate awakening to the truth of who and what we are in truth, as all the shackles and bonds which held us prisoner for so long now totally fall off. When I do my cleansing and clearing meditation every single morning, using the white flame of purification, clarity, and love, I always work not only with my spine, but all my chakras, and then into my physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and all my bodies and fields. Often things will surface from the deepest subconscious, which needs its final release. And this is not only to do with my own soul and soul connections, but with ancestral patterns, with oaths, contracts, and vows, as well as country and world patterns, as my soul is called to do so. This is immensely freeing. One sees the shackles, the bonds, the pain, shame, and guilt of generations after generations falling off, and see how humanity was caught in this whole network and now finally can break free. I have witnessed this here in Africa and in France, Greece, and Egypt, where I so often was called to release souls, and more than this, to clear the energy vortices and the lines, and then found all the atrocities humanity has ever been able to create, which also means half man, half beast, and the robots the Atlanteans created, and who later turned on their own creators. One cannot witness such and not be touched to the core of your heart and soul. No greater truth was ever spoken than the words, "Father, Mother, forgive them, for they did not know what they were doing," to themselves primarily, and then to the greater whole. This said, we are now in the new earth and in the fifth dimension, as this has now been fully anchored in. Of course, there are many who will choose to stay in the old earth, mainly out of fear, and not ascend. Yet no soul is ever lost, as I have always been told, for the divine is present in all souls and all life and life forms, whether they are conscious of it or not, or choose to experience what they choose to experience, the acting roles they choose to play out. Within there is such inner joy when writing this, as I was sharing with my students last night, for it is now the new beginning, and that new beginning lies within every single one of us, within, not outside, for it will seem as if everything has gone mad, and as if chaos and destruction reigns, when in truth it is merely exposing all which has always been, even as the old earth disintegrates, and the new is being born. Do not be surprised when you start to see and live multidimensionality now. Do not be surprised if you suddenly start to find that you have talents, abilities, and knowledge which seemingly is coming from nowhere, when in truth it is your own soul which is now finally freed to express your true soul talents and abilities you have had since you first were born as a soul. In my soul readings, this factor has come to the fore so powerfully in the last few months that every soul is now asked to look at the next 10 years as the years where they truly use these soul abilities to co-create the new golden age. This is why they are here. I have been told emphatically by Lord Melchizedek and the High Order of Melchizedek to sketch, to write down, and to start implementing what I have been shown I am being called to bring into form and being, to not worry how this is all going to manifest into form and being, but rather to trust, and then to follow my inner guidance, and take action steps, and this will draw synchronized events to me. This applies to all of us. Yet important, note your intent needs to be pure, and always for the highest good of all. For the I now becomes the we, unity, oneness. It all starts there within your heart and soul, and truth of who and what you are in truth. Your heart is womb, where the seeds prosper and grow in love and with love. Let us co-create the new from the depths of our hearts and souls and all our true being, and truly usher in the new golden age. And so it is, from JudithKusel.com.